barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. This is the third time I've tried to do this damn video. Nigga, I'm getting call after call after call, man. God damn. Do y'all know I'm at the charging station? Shit. God damn. Anyways, man, September 28th, man. It's going down. It's going to be a great event, great cause, great event. Free food, free wings, free haircuts, free bags, free mac and cheese, free greens, free yams. It's going to be some beautiful women there too, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Somebody going to tell a story 6 months from now. I'm going to get a random DM or text or email either that weekend, I hope, or 6 months down the line, like, Fred, man, I met her at your jump off, man. I appreciate it, man. All right, man, let's jump into this really quick. I saw Shawn Porter's media event yesterday, and I was rather shocked. I've been to hundreds of these things, and if not thousands, right? And pay-per-views are a little bit different than regular media events, right? You guys have seen Manny Pacquiao media days and how congested it typically is, right? And I realized there was only like 5 to 10 media members there, if that many. And I was like, wow. And then I see Errol Spence today. It's a whole event. That was probably $100,000 event. And I saw that Shawn Porter said that that's his show on Fox. And he said Errol Spence was jealous of him because he had the show. Well, I mean, you should talk to Fox, because Errol Spence had up to 1,000 fans there. I don't know how many media members were there. I'll get a glimpse of that as the videos start popping up on Instagram and YouTube. But the videos, the clips that the subscribers were sending me, thank you guys. Keep on sending them to me, because obviously I'm not there. And it was just amazing. And congratulations. And maybe this motivates Shawn Porter, or maybe this depresses him. I don't know. Maybe this inspires the whole team. Maybe this makes them angry. They don't know how to transfer the energy. Or maybe it makes them angry and it inspires them to perform better. I don't know. You don't know. We'll find out September 28th, you know. And I think that the money of boxing, the business of boxing, let it be known who they want to win. You know, it's blatantly obvious in every fight. You know, you saw it last weekend in Tyson Fury, and you see it with the Errol Spence event today, that Fox would be more, it would be more advantageous for Fox for Errol Spence to defeat Shawn Porter, although he has a show on Fox, and it would be like organic chemistry for him to have a show and be a unified world champion. You know, Errol Spence goes to the Dallas Cowboys home game, you know, but Shawn Porter doesn't go to the Cleveland Browns home game. Who realistically, the Cleveland Browns is a sexier team on paper than the Dallas Cowboys, right? They got Odell Beckham, they got that quarterback, you know, I forget the guy's name. So they got the cool card, you know, and I thought that Shawn would, in my humble opinion, I thought Shawn would be at that game, because we saw Errol at that fight, but he wasn't there. This makes it quite interesting, you know. Shawn is going to be inspired by this. Shawn is committed to this fight. I saw it yesterday in his camp. He's committed. He looks determined. He's speaking determined. He kind of remixed my quote too. Remember how many times have I said this quote? Shawn, you got to give me credit. How many times have I said this quote? When Mitch Richmond, you guys corrected me in the comment section. Mitch Richmond, when Michael Jordan was the best player, not only the best guard, but the best player in the NBA, Mitch Richmond said only got to be better than him 2 times a year. Home and away, because he was in the Western Conference. Shawn Porter said only got to be at 100% 1 time. That's my quote. Only got to be 100% 1 time. You know what I mean? And September 28th, he hopes to be 100%. That's my quote. You know what I mean? Kenny remixed that quote and told Shawn, man, give me credit. I done told Kenny that quote 3 or 4 times, dog. Come on, man. Give me credit. I ain't lying neither, dog. But anyways, man, moving forward, man. Um, uh, yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting how Shawn responds to this. I'm sure the media picked up on this. I'm uncertain if they'll ask Shawn these questions. You know, it's not an important question, but it's a motivating question for Shawn Porter. And I'm gonna be as real as I can be. Shawn is coming. Shawn is coming in this fight. You guys know, when there's a big fight, I lock in and try and watch everything from the stories to the Instagram posts to every video, every interview. I fucking lock in, and Shawn will not have an excuse, win or lose, in this fight. Well, if he win, obviously there's no excuse. If he lose, he won't have an excuse. You know, I believe Shawn is locked in. You know, and it's just these first 2 rounds of this fight is gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. Does Shawn want to be good, or does Shawn want to be great? It's gonna be real interesting, and I'll talk about this in another video. Excuse me. I'll talk about this in another video. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. If Shawn wants to be great, we in for fight of the year. If Shawn just wants to be good, we gonna see a great performance out of Errol Spence, because Errol's gonna break him down and basically be putty. The only way this is a hellacious fight if Shawn Porter commits to greatness. That's it. That's my opinion, and I'll show you guys tomorrow. Me and Errol gonna do a video because he and I been conversing, but yeah, Shawn should be motivated and or inspired. You know what I mean? If I've always been the underdog, you know what I mean? I was the 3rd or 4th best point guard in the city. You know, Baron Davis. My 7th grade team, my 9th grade team at Horace Mann Middle School. Kenny Bruner in the 7th, Jason Hart in the 8th, Frederick Hawthorne in the 9th. Kenny Bruner was better than Jason Hart. I was better than Jason Hart. To tell you to this day, I was better than Jason Hart. Jason Hart was just taller, you know what I mean, more capable of. I was a better athlete than Jason. I'll say that. You know what I mean? He was 6'1", 6'2", so he could do more things on the court defensively than I can do, obviously. But I was the 3rd best player on that team. However, I was a Division I guard. You see what I'm saying? And we would kill teams. It seemed like I mean, we would be in the hundreds, and you know, in middle school they don't have the 100 number. We would blow team. Well, Gompers and Fauché and John Muir. John Muir had Darwin Carter. I remember those games. Darwin Carter. He was a hell of a player. And man, yeah, Darwin Carter was a hell of a player. I don't know what happened to him. Man, he had one leg in the streets and one leg in basketball. Hopefully it ended well for him. He was a hellacious basketball player. And we would kill teams. We would murder teams. And that's the reality of it, you know? And damn, what a team we had, dog. Damn, we had a hell of a team. And we would just murder teams. Kenny Bruner was special. Kenny Bruner should be a 15-year pro. He's called Bad Santa on the And One mixtape tour. And you guys know who Jason Hart, who was like a journeyman point guard in the NBA for like 10 to 15 years. He's an assistant coach at USC now. And we're all distant friends now. We hang out. No, we don't hang out, excuse me. But we talk in the summertime when we see each other. And but I was the 3rd best player on that team. And that motivated the hell out of me. It motivated the hell out of me. When Jason transferred to Westchester, I was the happiest kid in the world, man. I never got a chance to play against Kenny because he was a 7th grader. I was a 9th grader. And back then, we only had 3 years of high school. So I only had one chance to play against him when he went to Dominguez, and it never happened. But when Jason Hart transferred to Westchester, I was like, I'm about to kill this nigga. I'm about to kill this nigga. And I had a hell of a game. Probably had 15 and 11. 15 points, 17 points, 11 assists. Jason ended up getting the T in the game. You know what I mean? Oh man, it was a I went to work that game. Threw a behind the back pass to Quentin McCowan, who led the city in scoring his senior year, or top 5 or something like that. Man, I had a hell of a game. I was so excited. You know what I mean? And then I didn't play against him the first time because my grandfather passed away my senior year. But I said all that to say this. That shit should motivate the hell out of Shawn. When I say the hell out of Shawn, it should motivate the hell out of Shawn. And we gonna see. But Fox is, I mean, that's, in my humble opinion, that's not blatant disrespect. Oh, we can call it blatant disrespect. But we also can say where they want the business of this sport to go. So we'll sit back and see. And that's why you guys subscribe to my channel. See, because y'all get the devil in the details. You know what I mean? Shawn should have had Shawn is a WBC champion of the world. Right? Close your eyes. Think of a boxing championship belt. The only belt you know is a WBC belt. You may know the IBF belt because it's red, or the Ring magazine. You don't know what the WBA or the WBO belt looks like. You don't know what that shit look like if you close your eyes. Keep it real. Ring magazine. You remember all them in the 80s when they got blood. They got blood all over them and they held up that Ring magazine belt. Y'all remember that shit. And obviously the magazine when we were kids and shit, right? But yeah, man, I just thought I'd do this video. I'm almost done. So, anyways, man, y'all have I'm gonna see if I can squeeze in one more fucking video. One more video if I can. Yeah. All right, I got 11 minutes plus. Yeah, I got 18 minutes left. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. You guys have a great day. And Errol is the king. Errol is the king. Errol is, what, they put $100,000 into that? They got to travel down with their crew. They gotta rent out that area. They gotta get the ring. They got 20 employees on the ground making $30 an hour probably. They got the talent from Fox there. They're probably doing a fight camp there. They had to travel from LA because Fox, plane tickets, hotels, food, per diem. What is that? At least 50. I'm just guesstimating. Barbershop conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And oh yeah, did I talk about, I don't know if I talked about it in this video, but when Shawn Porter said, I'll just pretend like I didn't say it. When Shawn Porter said that Errol Spence was jealous of him and that it was his show on Fox. I don't know if I said that, but at the end of the day, it goes to show you that Shawn has to do more work to get the same type of accolades that Errol Spence can do less work and get much more accolades and get money and the business of boxing behind him. This video is going to motivate Shawn. This video is going to motivate Shawn. If Shawn plans on being great next Saturday, we in for fight of the year. Errol, I believe Errol still will win fight of the year. But I'm talking about go watch Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter. Go watch Iran Barkley and Chavez Sr. No, Iran Barkley and Chavez Sr. or Iran Barkley and Roberto Duran, right? If I'm not mistaken. Go watch that fight. Hellacious fight. The temperature man. Anyways, man. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.